Kia ora guys and welcome back to the Black Jersey. My name's Max, I'm the host of this channel, and a big thank you to my patrons who support this channel with a lot of love. I really respect you guys and everything like that. For today's video, Scotland. They have named their 2023 Rugby World Cup squad. Having had a bit of an identity crisis in 2019 when every single team was defence first, Gregor Townsend was in a bit of a mixed bag, I guess, in his first World Cup as the Scottish head coach. This time they have really rediscovered that identity, and despite the early retirement of Stuart Hogg, who I initially predicted to make the team, this squad is on absolute fire, with Jamie Ritchie as captain and a star-studded lineup from the front row to the back line. This is an absolutely amazing team, so I'm just going to remind you guys to like this video and subscribe to me if you enjoy my breakdown of the team. I'll waste no further time, and I'm going to share my thoughts on who has been selected in Scotland's squad. First off, Stuart McInally, the captain for 2019, who is about to retire. He has been dumped for the youngster, the up-and-coming Ewan Ashman, who has got so much promise both in the line-out and in open space. He is a devastating ball carrier who absolutely deserved to make it. The other experienced players there are help out Ashman. Dave Cherry, he was always going to go. He is so calm at handling those decisive moments at the end of the game, especially off the driving maul, whereas George Turner, having played the most minutes at hooker under Gregor Townsend since 2020, he was also always going to go, and very deservingly so, because he is in really good form right now. The props, Zander Fagerson will be coming back from his suspension. I know that it's pretty dodgy, his discipline, but my goodness, they are lucky that at least he's not going to miss the World Cup. They are lucky he is going to avoid injury, because he is one heck of a talent in the scrum. Jamie Bashy is another experienced player joining Fagerson, and without any out-and-out talent and prop, the starters are always going to be backed by experience. Speaking of experience, Veer Pianell, the 37-year-old, has made it to his third World Cup. Having played for them in 2015, 2019, and now 2023, this true veteran really deserved his final chance with Scotland, and he is going to make the most of it, I can assure you of that. Pierre Schoeman starting at loose head prop is another prospect I can get fully behind, because he is in great form right now as well. Pierre Schoeman has been playing a blinder in 2023. Javan Sebastian is rounding out the tight head props, and Rory Sutherland has defied a bit of an injury issue that he faced against France. Came off with a little bit of a wobble, but he's going to be okay. He came back onto the pitch, and he is going to the World Cup at last. He missed so many games of Test rugby due to injury, but he has completed the comeback, having been a British and Irish line in 2021, and now a participant in the 2023 Rugby World Cup. What a wholesome story for Rory Sutherland. As for the locks, rather interesting that they are they're going for 4. I would have thought Scotland of all nations would have gone for 5, but they're choosing to get a little bit more in the outside back. So they've gone for Scott Cummings, who has played a lot of minutes under Townsend, Grant Gilchrist as well. He is a regular in the number 5 jersey, and with Johnny Gray injured, it's only his brother Richie that's going. Both very experienced players, but Richie is ultimately the more mobile of the two brothers, the fitter of the two brothers, and considering the expansive game Scotland like to play today, as I examined in my previous video and analysis on them, well, perfect for the job. Sam Skinner can cover lock and 6 as well, so man, that is going to be one heck of a talent to bring off the bench. As for the loose forwards, Luke Crosby has beaten Cameron Henderson to a spot. Crosby's got in form right now. Henderson's a little bit inexperienced, and so the loose forward ran out. This is really speaking volumes to me about the way Scotland want to attack the breakdown and not let up so that they can beat the Irish and the South Africans, hopefully. Rory Darge, who I see as a possible future captain for the Scottish, he has also made it into the team at open side flanker. He is going to have one heck of a battle with Hamish Watson, who is also in the team and attending his third World Cup, having been to 2015 and to 2019. He's been a regular starter since 2017, so can Darge pull off a miracle and take the 7 jersey for himself, potentially. Whether it's Jack Dempsey or Matt Fagerson at number 8, either way it's cool. Whichever one of them plays 6, whichever one of them plays 8, that is fine by me. Dempsey is perfect come off the bench. He can cover all three loose forward positions. Fagerson is a very similar player to Dempsey, who has played the most minutes at number 8 for Townsend, and so either way they're pretty much good. This is the second time that Dempsey's also been to a World Cup, having gone to the last one with Australia, but he is now playing for Scotland via his ancestry. I've also got Scotland ancestry, so I am going to take Scotland as my second team, as I normally support the All Blacks and want somebody else to cheer for. Jamie Ritchie, the captain, who I mentioned before, a titan of a man, a perfect line-out jumper, perfect breakdown threat, tackle machine. That is the kind of man who they need to lead this team. They are really just renewing the emphasis of dominating the breakdown. This guy's perfect for the job. As for the 9s and the 10s, they've got so much experience in there. George Horn, the hat-trick hero from 2019, he is back for a second. Ali Price, one of their most important players in the Townsend era, he has played massive minutes. And wow, what a talent that man is. Imagine bringing this guy off the bench for Ben White, the Form 9 right now. White's also had a bit of an injury scare, but I'm very happy to see him also back. Ben White is in absolutely amazing form right now. And quite simply, you cannot look past him. Fly halves though, or standoffs as Scotland call them. I got one heck of a surprise. Adam Hastings has just had a terrible, torrid time with injury, and with Blair Kinghorn, the first choice fullback, able to cover 10, they have dumped Adam Hastings for Ben Healy. He's only played 2 tests. He's going to move from Munster to a Scottish team, and is this the best thing to do for the team? Maybe. Hastings quite hasn't honestly got that confidence back after injury, and so you need a guy that's got a bit of confidence to lead that team if Finn Russell's unavailable. Probably fair enough to do that. Russell, as I mentioned before, well, he's the first choice. It's simple as that. Scotland don't really have too much depth aside from Russell, and Russell, who I have not really rated in the past, is really finally starting to show some real maturity in running the backline. Stuart Hogg was long the star of that backline, and without Hogg there, Russell is really stepping up, being a mature playmaker, really calling the shots and making the 10 jersey his own. He's finally being rewarded for some long overdue tactical awareness, and Gregor Townsend is well and truly rewarding him. As for the midfielders, man, Chris Harris is retaining his spot due to Hogg's retirement, but Sam Johnson, the number 12 for 2019, he is dumped. Hugh Jones and Sione Tuipulotu, they are the first choice midfield combo, no question. Glasgow Warriors teammates, they are one heck of a pair. They are honestly probably one of the best midfield combos in the world right now, and they absolutely deserved to be picked. Rounding out the midfield to go with Harris in the second choice combination, it is Cameron Redpath, and he is one heck of a talent for the future. He was picked as a fly half for England all the way back in 2018, straight after graduating school, but never debuted for them. He's got a Scottish father who was also an international, and well, the Thistle called him, he accepted the call-up, and whenever he has come onto the field for Scotland, he has played a blinder. Not very experienced, but when he does play, watch out for him. The outside backs, Blair Kinghorn has taken the 15 jersey from Stuart Hogg. He was initially a wing fullback when he first debuted as a Scottish player, but now he's kind of a 10-15 player instead, having really matured as a tactical decision maker. The absolute pace he brings from the back of that field as well, the 100 kg frame is such an attacking threat. He is truly coming out of Hogg's shadow and making that 15 jersey into his own. Because of that versatility he has, that's why Townsend's only gone for 2 first fives. As for the wingers, there is pace to burn out wide on the Scottish wings. Darcy Graham, I am so pleased to see him back. I named him in my 2022 World 15, and I reckon he's probably going to be in the running for the World Cup's top try scorer, as is Duhan van der Merwe, who needs no introduction. The man is a freak. He scored try of the year all the way back in February against England. He is amazing. Kyle Steyn has also made the team, as he's able to cover fullback and centre. He normally plays on the wing for Glasgow, who he captains, but he is still very good. He's got an excellent kicking game. There was always going to be a place for Kyle Steyn in this team, and the second choice fullback Ollie Smith was initially second on the depth chart behind Stuart Hogg before Hogg's retirement. He's not quite mature enough to be a key decision maker for the team, but he is very, very promising, and I'm happy to see the faith given to Ollie Smith. So what do I think of this team? It is absolutely epic. There is so many amazing selections. This team has been selected pretty much spot on. With Hastings not quite getting that confidence back, fair enough. With Henderson probably not experienced enough at lock, fair enough. Hogg's retired, you've always got to pick someone else to step in his shoes, fair enough. Wow, Scotland have named one heck of a team, but as I asked in my previous video about their games against France, can they deliver the knockout blow to the Springboks? Could they give Ireland an upset? Well guys, I want you to do me a favour and tell me down below in the comments section about your opinion on this squad. I am very impressed with this. And that is going to be the end of today's video. You can also catch me over on Instagram and over on Threads. And I just want to say thank you one more time for watching this video. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed it. And I will catch you on the next one. Cheers from Max.